It's another divestment disaster.
Now available in paperback and e-readers, Spellbound, A Darker Shade of Black. Get your copy today at your favorite online bookseller.
Better get the coleslaw, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. Swirlers and divestors took yet another L in the aftermath of another divestment disaster when actress Jodie Turner-Smith announced that she was filing for divorce from her white husband of 4 years, former Dawson's Creek star Joshua Jackson. Now, Jodie Turner-Smith is a black British actress who met actor Joshua Jackson at Usher's 40th birthday party, and that is where actress Jodie Turner-Smith claims that it was love at first sight when she met Joshua Jackson. And Jodie Turner-Smith was so smitten by Joshua Jackson that she did not wait for him to propose marriage. No, she was the one who sought to propose marriage to actor Joshua Jackson, and Joshua quickly accepted her proposal, and they got married in 2019. And in 2020, Jodie Turner-Smith got pregnant with their first child. And after getting pregnant with their first child, everything looked like it was going to be happily ever after. And many swirlers and divestors wanted to hold up actress Jodie Turner-Smith's marriage to Joshua Jackson as an example of the success of an interracial relationship. However, it looks like things aren't as happily ever after as many thought they would be, because Jodie Turner-Smith is the one filing for divorce from her white husband Joshua Jackson, and according to reports, the reason why Jodie Turner-Smith is filing for divorce is irreconcilable differences, and Jodie Turner-Smith claims that she was not happy with the overall relationship. Now, this revelation by Jodie Turner-Smith basically shatters the entire narrative that swirlers and divestors have presented on social media for years regarding white men. Now, many of the swirlers and divestors out there love to make the claim that white men treat black women better in relationships. However, Jodie Turner-Smith's experience shows us that that entire narrative has been completely debunked. And I believe that that entire narrative was basically debunked because Jodie Turner-Smith finally saw the man that Joshua Jackson was based on the content of his character and stopped seeing who he was based on the color of his skin. Now, I believe that Jodie Turner-Smith was basically spellbound when she saw Joshua Jackson, and because she saw Joshua Jackson's white skin, she wanted to find a way to fit this man into her life so that she could go out here and have the white man that she wanted to have a relationship with. Now, Jodie Turner-Smith basically wanted to be the leader in the relationship, and I believe she wanted to be the leader in the relationship because she was insecure about having a relationship with Joshua Jackson based on the content of his character, because if he found out how shallow she was, he wouldn't really want to get involved with her. So basically, what she wanted to do was look to be the leader in the relationship because she did not trust Joshua Jackson to be the head of his own relationship. And this is no different than what actress Halle Berry was trying to do when she was out here getting involved with French-Canadian model Gabrielle Aubry and Spanish actor Oliver Martinez. What Halle Berry wanted to do due to her daddy issues was she wanted to be the leader in the relationship, and she wanted to have a relationship with Gabrielle Aubry and Oliver Martinez on her terms. And she wanted to get involved with these white men on her terms because her relationships with black men had failed, and she thought that she could do better with a white man, and she thought she could go out here and make that white man basically submit to her. And that is where both Halle Berry and Jodie Turner-Smith made their mistake, as related to the foundations of their relationship. Both of these women basically wanted to go out here and look to be the leader in the relationship, and they wanted to try to make the man submit to them under their terms. And this was what led to the complete collapse of their relationship, because under God's natural order, a woman is supposed to be a helpmeet to a man, and the woman is supposed to naturally want to follow the man's lead. However, Jodie Turner-Smith didn't want to follow the man's lead. No, what she wanted to do was go out here and be the leader in the relationship, and she wanted to be the one who controlled the overall relationship. And that's what she wanted to do with Joshua Jackson. She wanted to go out here and be the one who would be the head in the relationship. Now, Jodie Turner-Smith just went out here, and as she was involved with the white man she was deifying and worshiping and putting on a pedestal, she went out here and made several arrogant statements boasting about Joshua Jackson and white men being better. And she also made statements talking about how she didn't want to raise a child in America. And that really, again, showed me that she didn't really want to submit to that white man, because according to her, raising a child in America, the child would have to deal with overt white supremacy. However, what she didn't understand is that the system of white supremacy is global, and it doesn't matter where you raise your child is going to have to deal with white supremacy. But this whole statement basically showed me that Jodie Turner-Smith wanted to have this relationship on her terms. Moreover, as she was out here, she was just going crazy over this white man, to the point where she basically was turning herself into a black Jezebel, where she participated in an infamous photo on the balcony during the Golden Globe Awards, where she stood out on a balcony naked. And she stood out on that balcony naked, basically looking to go out here and say that she would looking to go out here and be out here in the way a black Jezebel would be for a white man, looking to show, ironically, how she was, as she talked about overt white supremacy as related to raising children, but participating in overt white supremacy by going out here and presenting herself in the way that a black Jezebel would, and presenting and promoting the image of a promiscuous black woman who basically presented herself in the way that in a picture that basically appeared like a slave master and his prize slave. But again, the great irony here was we had Jodie Turner-Smith, who was the one looking to try to control the relationship. And as she tried to control the relationship, this is possibly where I see the irreconcilable differences coming. Where I see the irreconcilable differences coming is that Jodie Turner-Smith wanted to go out here and get involved with her ideal of a white man. And what she wanted to do was go out here and look to shape and mold Joshua Jackson into her ideal of a white man, where he would be the idol that she would go out here and worship. And as she worshiped this idol, it would go out here and do whatever she wanted. So basically, the relationship between Jodie Turner-Smith and Joshua Jackson wasn't one of two people who loved each other. No, it was a relationship between a spellbound black woman who was caught up in her fantasy of a white man. And as she got caught up in the fantasy of this white man, she was dealing with the realities as related to the actual human being that Joshua Jackson was. And as she was dealing with the realities to the human being that Joshua Jackson was, and found out that this man actually had thoughts, feelings, and emotions that were different than hers, and opinions that were different than hers, this was the thing that basically shattered her whole smooth world that she had created and the fantasy that she created. And when she saw that this man could actually have his own opinions and could disagree with her, that's when she started to see the relationship deteriorate, because according to her, the relationship was supposed to be one way, but an actual relationship between a man and a woman is two ways, and it's a partnership where partners come together and compromise. But Jodie Turner-Smith didn't want to compromise. No, like Halle Berry, what Jodie Turner-Smith wanted was the ideal of a white man, and what she wanted this ideal and this idol to be was an attachment that she could go out here and use to go out here and elevate her social status, and use this white man as a idol that will go out here and make other black women jealous, so that she could go out here and say that she had achieved the greatest success being a black woman who had gone out here and married a white man. Moreover, what she also wanted to do was something the late David Carroll has said that many of the swirlers and divestors really want to accomplish, and she basically wanted to go out here and have herself a biracial child. So basically, she wasn't in a relationship with Joshua Jackson because she loved this man. No, she loved what he represented, which was the ideal of perfection in being white, and she also loved the seed that he carried, and basically was using Joshua Jackson for his white skin and for points that would allow her to elevate her social status, and also used him for his seed, and used him for his seed in order to get a biracial child. And now that she's gotten almost everything that she wants out of the relationship, what she wants to do is now make the classic claim that many women make in the "I'm not happy" claim, and use that claim to dissolve the relationship so that she does not have to submit to the authority of this white man, and she can go out here and be able to have her child on her terms and have her family on her terms. Again, no different than the ratchet black female who gets involved with Pookie. When she gets involved with Pookie, what she does after she uses him for his seed in order to get the welfare case is wants nothing to do with him, because what she's gotten is the child that will allow her to get economic security in the case of the black woman involved with Pookie. But in the case of Jodie Turner-Smith, she now has everything that she wants as related to getting the social currency that she always wanted. Now, Jodie Turner-Smith basically, again, only wanted Joshua Jackson basically because he was a white man who paid attention to her, and that was a thing that basically just triggered her to get spellbound and made it where she thought, oh, this is my opportunity to go out here and get an opportunity to elevate my social status by being with a high status white male in her eyes. I mean, he's just a TV actor, but she thought this man basically was a god to her, and any time that her god pays her attention, she wants to be in the presence of her god. And that's what Jodie Turner-Smith basically was doing, being in the presence of the false god that she had idolized. But as that God became human, that's when she didn't want to be in the presence of God anymore, because she couldn't tolerate being under the authority of this white man or submitting to a real person. No, what she wanted to do is, again, go out to the idol to get what she wanted. And once she got what she wanted to forsake this marriage, because she had gotten the attachments of social currency that would elevate her social status. So she had no more use for Joshua Jackson. And the late David Carroll made this point oftentimes about these swirlers. Once they start to get to know that white man, they don't want anything to do with that white man, and that's when the relationship starts to deteriorate, because they're having the relationship for the wrong reasons. And because the Joshua Jackson and Jodie Turner-Smith had a relationship for the wrong reasons, their entire relationship fell completely apart. And what's sad is that there is a child who is caught in the middle of this, all because Mom was really a spellbound individual who had a shallow perception of relationships and didn't want to go out here and be a partner in the marriage, honestly. No, all she wanted to do was use a white man as a tool and a stepping stone, no different than some of these same women would have used Pookie, never seeing him as a man who was a leader. No, they want to go out here and be the one running the show. And sadly, what these women do is run their lives into the ground to the point where they wind up in bust downtown. And that's where Jodie Turner-Smith is on the road to now that she's broken up her marriage and is a single mom. Now she's a single mom on the road to bust downtown, about to be in apartment 7A across from Halle Berry and Tia Mowry in bust downtown. And she'll be trading recipes for lean cuisine and as related to using it in the microwave with Halle Berry and Tia Mowry, because at this point, no guy would want to deal with Jodie Turner-Smith, and this whole situation is one of 3 disasters that have happened as related to swirlers and divestors over the last couple of weeks. I mean, we had the entire situation with Travis Kelce, where he went out here and started getting involved with Taylor Swift after having his taste of chocolate. And we had the situation with Tamar Braxton getting turned out by her white husband. And now Jodie Turner-Smith filing for divorce from Joshua Jackson, showing us again that many of these relationships that are out here between your swirlers and divestors really don't stay well together. And they don't stay together because they're not based on a structure of love. No, they're based on a structure of people being spellbound. And as the spell wears off and they have to deal with the reality of the person they're involved with, what happens with women like Jodie Turner-Smith is they deal with the reality of a partner they never knew as a person. And that's what leads to their relationships falling apart. But as their relationships fall apart, this is where they go from being hot chocolate to cold crap, and they wind up in bust downtown, where they social marketplace drops 50, 60, 70, even 80% off the original social marketplace price. And with Jodie Turner-Smith, she is now in the same situation that Halle Berry is in. And sadly, she wound up in this situation because of her whole twisted perception of black and white. Now, if you want to learn about what the spellbound mindset is and how to break out of it like the lead character Matilda Crowley did in the novel Spellbound, you can pick up Spellbound in paperback and Kindle format on Amazon.com and other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble. And if you want to learn why so many women like Jodie Turner-Smith will be single for the rest of their lives, you can pick up my nonfiction book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find Why 70% of Black Women Are Single at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble. And if you'd like to see me doing more videos taking celebrities to the barbecue, you can send a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available for the first time in paperback, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single. Learn all the reasons why so many Black women can't find a husband and why 70% of Black women are single. Get your copy of Why 70% of Black Women Are Single on Amazon.com today.
Now available in paperback and Kindle, Vampires Stalk the Darkness of the Eternal Night. Get your copy of Eternal Night in paperback and Kindle on Amazon.com. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.